everybody. My name is Milva. This is Stay Messy Pod on Instagram, Stay Messy Podcast on TikTok. And today I have with me the one, the only, you've heard about her in every single one of our other episodes, Taylor.
Hi. I am, you say that, I'm like, I was listening for my name and like all of them. And I didn't feel like,
yeah.
I didn't think I heard my name in the last episode with Isaiah, but I could have just been, I had it in the background, My name's Tay. On IG, I am Tay.Renee6. I'm a licensed esthetician. I also do a podcast as well. I'm a co-host of Baddies and Bullshit. Make sure you go follow them as well. I do a lot of things. I'm like, oh, what do? I work at a dispensary. I bottle serve. I model. I do a lot of things. So yes. Busy girl.
She's a busy girl. Never home. And when she's home, she's knocked out.
She's very lucky to get me to do this right now. I was definitely taking a nap prior.
I woke her up.
So no judgment. We are a judgment-free zone right here.
It's okay.
We're recovering, so
we can always just add a beauty filter on top,
yeah, we might have to do that.
Yeah, some fake lashes.
Do a little bit, let AI do its thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's the future is now.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I love ChatGPT, girl. ChatGPT is my shit. I haven't written an email in like weeks.
That's funny. That's hilarious. It scares me. It does. I don't like the concept of it. So I've literally only used it once. I've only used it once. I have not used it any more than that. I don't want to get used to it. My coworker actually told me today that her boyfriend is like obsessed with it. He's like, oh, like what should I do? Chat GPT? And it'll like tell him what to do. And I'm like, people are already relying on ChatGPT to lead them into their life. And I'm like, we literally have made how many movies about this? And people don't listen. But I'm like, it's okay.
Literally. The warnings are there.
All the warning signs are there.
Yes.
Big, red, bold, italicized, underlined, everything. Everything's there. And so it's like, it scares me a little bit. I'm like, iRobot is definitely...
That's a crazy movie. I watched it as a kid. Nightmares. It was still one of my favorite movies. I don't know why. I like the face of the robot.
Was it Will Ferrell?
No. Well, it was Will Smith.
That's
confusing Will Smith with Will Ferrell is crazy.
I don't think I've ever done that before in my life.
Literally.
Don't think I've ever... Hey, love them both, though.
I mean, yeah, they're both like funny as fuck. Yeah,
they're absolutely some real icons right there. Love myself,
girl. On the topic of on the topic of ChatGPT, my sister's friend from Puerto Rico does the same thing. Like, she's obsessed with ChatGPT. She was asking ChatGPT everything, like, what should we do? Where should we go eat? Like, what are the plans?
Like ChatGPT isn't your stomach. It doesn't know what the hell you want.
Yeah. We can say bad words.
Okay,
I'd be cursing.
I'll say, I'd be cursed on mine, so I don't know why I'm
Please,
like,
girl,
oops.
you curse like a trucker. You're like,
I know.
being shy.
Yeah,
I haven't met this version of her.
Yeah. No, I haven't either.
Like, my other personality.
Literally, I got all of them. That's a Scorpio. We have several.
I know. This is a full Scorpio household.
Yes, yeah.
It's intense.
It is. I feel like it can be that, like when we're all
we have big opinions.
Yes, yeah. This is an all Scorpio household. There's 3 Scorpios that live in the wonderful abode of ours.
Yeah, I was about to say her address.
Right, let's not put out our resume.
The 321. We all live in the 321.
But yeah, this and it's always been like that. Well, I guess.
Well. After Sydney moved out.
Yeah.
Sydney, yeah.
Yeah, our first old ex-roommate, that was a month. She lasted a month.
But, granted, I lived with her a year before that.
You lived with her for longer than that.
2 years before that.
Yeah.
I lived with her 2 years before that. And she has always been like a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Just a little bit. I feel like that's like a perfect representation, honestly.
Yeah, I think like honestly the biggest difference with her and us.
She was a Capricorn. Anyway.
I was gonna say she's white.
Oh, that too.
But yeah, she was a Capricorn.
Yeah, we don't like. I don't like Capricorns,
yeah.
especially not females.
No, kind of learned my lesson from that one. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
It was what do you feel like you've learned
from the situation with Sid? To believe my gut when I feel like somebody is like jealous of me. Yeah. Heavy on that one, because so many people told it to me, like so many people were like, she's like jealous of you, she's like obsessed,
for sure.
And it's not like oh my god, I'm hot shit, like everybody's so jealous of me. No, like it was like jealous, like couldn't let me
that you liked yourself.
Yeah, couldn't let me live my life like how I wanted to live it. Like she like literally had opinions about everything that I did because she was observing me so fucking hard. I'm like,
watching
get off
motherfucking Hulk.
Literally, bro. I was like, so you're obsessed with me.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Literally, bro. And I was like, I don't know, girl. And the thing is that she was like older than me too.
Oh yeah, I always forget that.
Yeah,
actually.
She was older than us, like older than me by like a year, older than you by 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it was just like fucking weird. I'm like, and also, I think. Like, what she observed about me the most was, like, the fact that, like, a lot of people like me.
Yes,
yeah,
bro,
and she struggled to make friends.
Yeah.
Yes, heavy on that.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like she could try to say, like, oh, I have a strong personality. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, you do, but...
No, you're just a bitch.
Your screws are not all screwed. Mm-hmm. No offense. Take that however you please.
No, literally, but... and... I don't know.
I think she knows it too. I should ask Bonnie how many more tickets she has.
Oh my god, yes.
Side note, I have a friend. So obviously we're talking about like one of our old roommates.
We need to get like the backstory. And then we could go into like the money about it, you know?
True. Yeah, we could do that. Okay.
Yeah. Let's take it back to the beginning.
Yeah, literally. So, back to 1981.
It was a stormy day. No, like, so I used to live with her for 2 years. And everything was going well. The second year that we were living together, everything was going like okay,
that was
you know?
Right? Second
year? No, our old apartment.
Square.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Logan Square was our first year living together. Then our second year living together was here in Humboldt, the apartment that's like right next to here. And so we lived together the first year. It was 4 of us who moved up from St. Louis together, and then it ended up being just me and Sydney who moved into this apartment, and then into the previous apartment, and then everything was going fine. Like she always had a strong personality, but it was never anything that I would be like, it's not something that we can't solve, right? You know, like you know me, I'm like pretty chill sometimes. Like sometimes I'm hard-headed and I have big opinions, but like I'm pretty chill on like most things. And she would like bring stuff up to me, and I don't know, she just had an issue with a lot of things, and she wanted to sit there and be like, oh, like we just need to like have communication, and like
but it was really her telling you what she wanted and you needed to do it.
Exactly
that's exactly how she
exactly went. And it was like a lot of that for a while, and then we all decided to move in together, and that was like 3 months before our lease ended for sure, because we had to like submit like either resign or like figure something out with David, and then that was around the same time that I introduced her to a friend of mine, Guy. I introduced her to Guy, and Guy and her, the intention there was that they both needed some fornication.
They needed to let out some steam.
They needed to let out some steam. She just needed, strung up, and he was heartbroken because he just had broken up with his ex. And I was like, I got y'all. Perfect formula here. You need some dig. You need to get over your ex. Let's make this work. What I thought would just be like a fuck buddy situation. Yeah, no. Forgetting that as long as I've known this bitch, she literally, I don't think there's been a guy that she's ever casually dated, but because she will sit there with every single guy.
Think she's capable of doing that.
No, because she thinks she is. She will sit there and be like, I don't want anything. Like, I need to let them know, like, that I don't want anything, and da-da-da-da-da. And then she ends up liking them, still telling them that she doesn't want anything, and getting her own feelings hurt because she's telling them, I don't want anything. So she's closing the door of opportunity to ever wanting anything. So that's what she did with my friend. She started seeing him. They were hooking up, and I was like really close with him, so like we would go out
BFFs,
together,
like
whatever.
BFFs,
Yeah, and he would sometimes like come over, like after we would go out or something,
And
and
back porch, they smoke a little cigarette, you know,
a little some
little,
in the back porch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we would talk shit. And there was like some times where she was up and she would like not let us like.
She'd wake up.
She'd wake up too. Yeah, sometimes
she'd be sleeping.
Yeah, and she'd hear us and she'd wake up to like come and like hang. But there was like certain times. Miss Fergs always makes an appearance in all the episodes.
I love it.
Fergs is Taylor's cat.
Yes,
this is she's the mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, me, yeah. I is she.
She is the mother.
Yes.
So like she would like interject herself into like a lot of like the times that we were like hanging out, and it would be kind of uncomfortable. And I even expressed to her one time because she was making like really weird comments, like trying to like make him jealous. Like she was like, then I guess I should have gone home with that guy at the bar or something. And he was like, guy was like, okay, you can, like, we're not together, like, as long as you're like safe about it. And like she thought she was being so funny, and I literally like, we were in my room because I was like taking off my makeup, and she was like laughing to herself. She's like, oh my god, haha, like I can't believe I said that, like blah 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 blah, blah. And I was like, hey, like sometimes you like may need to understand that like he can come over to hang out with you like whenever you guys are hanging out, but sometimes he comes over to hang out with me. Yeah. And it's like different. You know, I didn't say it like disrespectfully. I'm not saying like you can never be around us. I'm just saying like sometimes like we just want to hang out and talk shit, and it's like uncomfortable because you're there, and I want to talk to him about bitches, you know, and like I don't know, like try to like fuck with him, you know.
You guys just want to have conversations to yourselves, point blank, period.
We just want to have dude time, like, you know, like we just want to we just want to have dude time. And I was just like uncomfortable. And then anyway, she ended up having a crush on him, even though she told him multiple times like, I don't want anything. And he's the type of guy like, you tell me one thing and I'm just gonna take your word at face value.
That's how all guys are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And she would never admit to herself that she liked him, even though I was like, dude, if you like him, just like get over it and tell him, because they would literally go on dates. Like they would literally plan dates for each other. I'm like, if y'all fucking, and I told him this too, I was like, if y'all fucking, y'all just fucking, y'all are not going on dates. You come here, you do what you need to do, and then you leave. You're not going on a date, going to get some ice cream, going to the museum, then fucking, and then dipping.
Constantly like setting that up.
Exactly. Yeah. Because that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you guys are both like in a place where like I don't want to catch feelings. And he was very like a guy, I don't know, men are like weird like that, like they can switch it on and off. It's like so interesting. Like they are not emotionally driven one bit.
Not until they're ready.
That's why they say like men don't marry who they want, they marry who they can. Because sometimes they want to marry someone, but they're not ready. Yeah. And they just, whenever they're ready, they just marry whoever they can. Crazy. No, yeah. So, like, that happened with her about, like, dude, because she also started getting jealous of our friendship and our, like, closeness. And she was like, oh, like, she would tell him, like, Milva's using you. Like, Milva's, like...
Sounds familiar.
Crazy, right? Crazy. She'd be like, Milva's using you, she's like taking advantage of you, but you don't see it, like da 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 da. And I would be like, he would tell me this shit, and I'd be like, bitch,
she's stirring a pot.
If I didn't like you as a person, I would not have you around.
Right, exactly.
Like there is a billion people. If I don't like you, I don't have you around. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Literally. She started like doing all that shit, and we had already signed a lease to move in here. And she was sitting around telling people that I had to be the one to approach her and talk to her about it, which is crazy fucking behavior. Because she was like sitting there being like, I always start the conversations with Milva about everything. And I'm like, bitch, maybe it's because you always have an issue to press.
Yeah.
And like I don't always have an issue to press. Yeah. Yeah. She was like crazy. And then we moved in together. So you tell this. I have really bad memory. I don't know what happened.
I mean, that was the thing. Nothing, like, really did happen once we all moved in together. Like, she had just already made up her mind that she just didn't want to you could say like she didn't want to be around Millie anymore. I think she was like over there. It felt like she was over the friendship because she came to us the 3rd week into June and was like, I'm gonna be gone by next week. And we were like, literally, we just signed a lease for a year, and now you're gonna sit up here and say that you're leaving because of why? Because of lifestyle differences. Girl, if you don't GTFO out of here, like that was just so ridiculous. Like, it was never an issue before, but now it's an issue just because you feel strongly about her good friend that you ended up, getting in, not relations, but, ended up getting catching cahoots. Feelings, yeah. Well, ended up in cahoots, you caught feelings, and that's fine, that's okay. Like, she just never wanted to admit it, and so it affected the whole friend group. Like, it started affecting the whole friend group, but it just wasn't. It turned into like just a big thing. Well, it really wasn't a big thing. She made it a big thing, and she may say, she may say the opposite, but just know, anytime people are constantly falling out with people for the same reasons, it's usually not the other party. Newsflash. She lost so many friends. Yeah, even when when you moved here, there were what, two, three girls. Yeah, and I knew her for a year and a half that she lost friendships with, and they were all around the same thing of that. What even her strong personality? Yeah, they just and they would all tell her, maybe they were like, maybe we just don't align as as friends anymore. Like, that's what she would tell her. That's what they would tell her, and then she'd be like, what does that even mean? But then she came up here and tried to damn near say the same shit. And it was like, girl.
No self-reflection.
No
introspection. Nothing.
No, it was nothing. She definitely. Well, she didn't screw us over. Everything worked out fine.
Everything ended up working out fine because that's Sanma coincidentally finished her lease, couldn't find an apartment, and she ended up moving in with us.
Right, exactly.
And then Sanma moved out.
Yeah, so another thing. It worked out well. It ended up working out well. But yeah, she tried to screw us over and I don't know, try to make a statement. But it was like, girl, so I think the day, and let's not forget the day that she almost lost my cat. Because of her stupid little friends, and I don't know, just thought she was that bitch.
She really, that was the day that she was moving out.
Yes.
She really thought that she was doing something.
let me tell you what. So let me give you the tea. She's moving out, mind you. I normally work on Saturdays. We had gone out the night before. Yeah.
I don't know where we all went, but it was the house is full of people too. We had a few girls stay over. It was me, you, Sanma had spent the night that night with me. Somebody else had spent the night too. One of your friends.
No, Courtney wasn't here.
No, Courtney wasn't here because she would have beat a bitch. Honestly, yeah. I think maybe it was Sin. No, not Sin.
I wasn't hanging out with Sin then. Who was it?
You had a friend here. I don't remember who it was. It wasn't Janie.
Was it a girl?
I'm pretty sure it was a girl. I'm pretty sure we were all girls.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I do know who you're talking about, but I can't put my finger on it.
I don't remember who came out with us.
Yeah. I don't remember either. But yeah, she ended up she was moving on this lovely Saturday, and I normally work Saturdays. And so luckily enough, I was home for some reason. I don't know. I was dead at work or something.
I think you didn't wake up on time. I think your alarm didn't go off.
Oh. Yeah. I do remember that day. Because, I'm normally always at work. So
literally, she's always working.
Yeah, that shit doesn't happen. Yeah, I did.
Your phone died or something. Or you didn't hear your alarm.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, something had happened. Yeah, and I, completely, missed all my alarm. So I just, didn't even go to work. Because by the time I woke up, it was
Girl, something had happened. We had gone out drinking the night before. That's what happened. Well, we got plastered the night before. Don't need to know that. They can know everything. Stay messy, girl.
I need my job. Jesus.
Girl, I need mine. And I talk about everything on here.
But yeah, I was home, and thank God I was home too, because I real quick was I don't even remember why I went upstairs in the first place. I went upstairs to say something to her or ask her a question about something she was taking. We were making breakfast. Oh, yeah. We were going up there to make breakfast.
Yeah, it was sure? It was four of us. We were going up there to make breakfast because we were in the kitchen.
Yeah, we were. Maybe it was Janie. You know what? I bet you it was Janie. Because I think she came back down here and slept right here on this couch.
Probably.
Yep. Yeah. And so we went upstairs, and I'm noticing That, which is crazy because this girl was always so quick that if you're gonna have somebody over, watch the door because her cat's an escape artist. So you would think she would have the same respect as a pet owner, like, let me not lose this person's animal. And I don't care if she can say like, oh, like, what's the person, I don't give a F what she says. That shit was purposeful. She didn't tell her friend shit. Her friends probably didn't even know that I had a cat up in here. Like, she literally didn't give a F, and the lack of respect that she had is what could still make me beat her brakes in today. But anyway, I digress. So
legally, that's a joke.
Yeah, legally, that's such a joke. These hands make me money, so I can't.
Yeah.
I
can't stand you.
But yeah, I went up there and they had the front door wide open. Both front doors. The front door to the building and our front door propped wide open, just moving shit in and out, in and out, in and out. And I'm like, what's going on here? And I had mentioned something to one of the girls that was helping her move. And I was like, hey, bitches. Yeah, I was like, hey, my cat's roaming around. So if you could close that door and then, you know, move shit with 2 people if you need to and have somebody open the door, then do it, you know? And then we start looking for my cat. I found out later that Shorty was giving me a bunch of like side eyes and looks. And it's like, I'm looking for my cat. Why are you giving me side eyes? That's looking at me some type of way, literally. And it's like, it doesn't matter what this girl told me. Again, it's the respect. You are now in my house. Shorty's name isn't on the lease. You're in my house, and you're being so disrespectful. So that was crazy. Yeah, I ended up saying something to her, and I was like, you're not going to keep moving your shit in and out with the doors wide open like that. If this was a little man, you would be having a mother effing heart attack. You'd be dead on the floor right now. So we're not going to do this. Like, we're not going to do that. And she was like, oh, yeah.
She's like, girl, take your shit and go. She wants to act like such a bad bitch, but when it comes down to it, she doesn't know how to go toes.
No, she doesn't know how to go toes. She could never. And that was one reason I think why that also wasn't a conversation. And it was her, okay. Because she was like, what was she going to say at the end of the day? I mean, 1, she was in the wrong. Yeah. But 2, she wasn't going to sit there and be bold and be like, I don't give a fuck about your cat. Exactly. Like, no, she's not going to do that. I'm confrontational. I really don't give a F.
Taylor's scary when she's mad.
Well, I have a strong personality as well. It's a Scorpio. It's the October Scorpio, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more gentle. Yeah. Even though I go toes sometimes. It depends what day you catch me.
Yeah, it depends on what day of the month.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's her. And so, moral of the story, if you ever run into somebody whose first name starts with Cindy, last name starts with S as well, and she's from Iowa, and I wonder if she still has ginger hair.
Run for the hills.
Run for the hills. Never look back.
Crazy.
Because we promise you won't be making a mistake if you run for the hills.
She's crazy.
Yeah, she just like, she didn't really do anything like else like actually crazy. She was just like literally all of her screws were not screwed in right.
No.
They were in the wrong places. Wrong bolts and everything.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no.
I hate you.
Yeah, what she said. Yeah, that was an interesting situation. Yeah. And you know, it's crazy just for Shorty, just for her, or sorry, not Shorty, just for Dude to, like, they stopped talking to each other, and Dude went off to another girl.
Another friend of mine.
Another friend of hers. And guess what? Both of them just, like, dropped off the face of the earth. Isn't that crazy?
That's
like,
crazy.
People are just so weird nowadays, you know? And it's crazy. Like, where's the respect? Like, that... Ooh, that riled me up just because and it's not even her that affected Genesis episode 2. Yeah, I was gonna say 1. Episode 2, she hurt our little Genesis with the cute little pink bow, black shirt.
Our little angel.
Yes,
our little angel.
She hurt her so bad and couldn't give a F. It's like, Shorty. Like, that's
this
crazy.
Is another friend. This is in Sydney, for anybody who might get confused.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so this is another separate girl in the friend group, and she was really Genesis's friend. Yeah. And she, like, started off as that. You got introduced to Millie. They all kind of became, like, a little four, like, people, a friend group, 5. Like, I don't even remember how many.
It was 4 girlies. It was me, Genesis, Leslie, and then girl.
Oh, yeah, and then girl. Yeah, so, like, they would all, like, hang out and chill. And yeah, and I remember when I saw it on 4th of July, and I was like, yo, like, that's a little interesting. And at the time, everyone was just like, oh, You know, it's okay. Like he does act in similarity with most girls. He's just like he's like an older brother type like vibe and feel. Like he's gonna tackle you to the ground. Like he's gonna do shit like that.
Yeah.
But you definitely like caught whiffs of like,
oh, for sure.
Yeah, like what's going on
for
here?
Sure.
So it all started July 4th of 2024.
Quite literally.
That I swear to God, that was the first day where she was like, "Yeah, I really do like dude."
I think that was like really the first time they ever met.
I thought they met prior to that.
I don't think so. Which makes the story even crazier.
Yeah, which does make it even crazier because I could have swore that he had taken y'all home one night and then like they had met for a few. Oh no, because she didn't go out. No. But or like you guys did something. I could have swore and he brought you guys home.
That was the first time they met.
Okay, so then that must have. I'm thinking about a time after.
Yeah, no. Okay. Because I don't think they coincided like in any of my birthday parties either.
No. Yeah.
Or like house parties or anything.
No. Yeah, that's even crazier then.
I know.
Was less than a year and shorty really swiped dude up, like I guess you could say off his feet. They're married now. They're engaged.
They're married.
Live together.
Note, today, Saturday, April 5th, 2025, and this started 4th of July, 2024. So, July,
August, September, October,
me not
November,
knowing
December,
the months.
January,
I go July.
It's been 9 months.
9 months.
They've only been together 9 months.
They're married.
Where's the baby?
It might be coming soon.
Gotta be.
So here's the thing with this homegirl.
With Shorty.
She
doesn't even deserve to be named anyway. If
I'm not name dropping her. She knows who she is.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with Shorty. Like she I don't know.
Words, Boba. Words.
Yes, I know. Her dating
Spanglish.
history is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
because she has done this before. Mm-hmm. She is very much looking for companionship wherever she can find it. Because in the time that I knew her, which was less than a year, truthfully, it's not like we were friends for too long.
That's crazy.
She knew Genesis for years.
Yeah, for a long time. They went to high school together, right?
They went to high school together. Yeah. So they knew each other for years. And the thing with her is that she seeks companionship a lot. I think she finds her value a lot in having a partner.
For sure.
So in the time that I knew her, she broke up with her ex, dated a new guy, talked about getting a retirement fund and a house with this new guy. Granted, they only dated for a month. Door. Yeah, I swear to God. They only dated for a month. And then broke up with this dude because, I don't know, dude was on some weird shit.
I remember, folks. I remember who we're talking about now, I think.
You met him?
No, I didn't met him, but I remember
talking
hearing.
To you about him. Yeah. Then broke up with dude, got back together with her ex for
this is a series
3 weeks. And then
cut it.
Huh?
They cut it, right? They ended it?
They ended it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they ended it because they were really fucking toxic. Dude was fucking crazy.
So is she.
Anyway. She is crazy too. She's toxic. And then maybe was single for a couple weeks and met
dude.
My
hopped on his
friend.
DICK and couldn't get off.
Literally could not get off.
And
I just know that Christian guilt was eating her alive because she was having sex. I know that Christian guilt was eating her alive, which is probably more motivation for them to get married even faster.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So they literally they met each other, talked for 2 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He asked her to be his girlfriend on a helicopter ride over Chicago. Unoriginal.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
And I mean, I wouldn't be mad if somebody took me on a helicopter ride though.
but it's you saw this shit in how many TikToks?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Asked her to be his girlfriend on a helicopter ride, and then 3 months later they got married or something like that. Yeah.
It was insane. It was.
They got together in September. They got married in February, and now it's April. Crazy shit.
A series of unfortunate events.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, that is just absolutely insane. So, moral of these two stories for you guys, in case you guys are like, why the fuck are they telling these stories? There's not a moral to them, but the moral of it is be careful who you, like, pick as friends for real.
Honestly.
Like, you really do gotta be careful. Like, honestly. So if bitches don't have friends or make friends easy, it's for a reason. Like, it's literally
such a red flag.
Yeah, like, it's such a red flag.
Nice, and I'm like giving girls opportunities. I've done it before. Mm-hmm. I've learned my lesson, and I don't plan on doing it again. Whenever somebody comes and tells me, "Oh my god, it's so nice to meet you," because I don't really have a lot of girlfriends. I start pulling away now. Because like my past experiences have just taken me down a road where I feel like I can't be as welcoming to people.
Oh my god, I feel you in that one.
Yeah, because I've done it before, and I like try to be really nice, and like, you know me, like I'm really friendly. I talk to like a lot of people, and I always try to be nice to everybody and make them feel included. But like there's also times where I need to protect my peace, and I don't want to be like the bad guy. I don't want to like exclude anybody, but like at the same time, like I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't like limit people's access to me.
And clock that T and take notes of that, because that's very important. It is very important. I feel like people forget, or like they just don't necessarily like, they know, they're like, oh well, I just like don't necessarily like want to be seeing this person at the moment or whatever, and you're like, well, why? You're doing yourself a disservice if you need like a break, time to yourself, like whatever, like everybody needs their own time. Everybody goes through whatever, so it's like, it's okay, but communication is key. You know. And so I feel like if people don't have simple forms of communication, then it's like, you can just let them do their thing, get to know themselves, figure themselves out, and then maybe you guys can rekindle later in the future.
Exactly. It was like, once there's like a little bit of growth, because that's important.
Because when you talking about jealousy, I can't even...
the silence is loud.
Bro, I can't even begin to tell you, just in the year. Like, I've lost 2 friendships to jealousy. And it's just so... It's so insane.
Honestly, Taylor, it's crazy. Like, you get a lot of friends that want to be you.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And we clocked that. I remember, me and Isaiah, we tried to tell you. Yeah. And I remember about, what do I want to call her? Spicy Pisces. Spicy Pisces.
I was gonna say they were both Pisces, bro.
Action. Literally. So I'll call the one that I'm talking about. Excuse you.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'll call
my
the
allergies
one.
are real bad.
I've
been going through it this week.
For real?
If you've been looking at my eye too, you can stop. Continue.
So don't look.
Yeah.
It's rude to stare.
Yeah, it is. But it's okay. No, you want to.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Like, right? Literally.
No, so I'll call this one Spicy Pisces. I remember the first time I met her, I was like, she's okay, but there's something about her that just throws me off.
You're like, Ma, I'm sniffing something out there.
Yeah, literally, my sniffer was picking something out.
Right, bloodhounding on that bitch.
Literally, bro. And I remember we went to Sorry Papi, and I was like, let me give it a chance. I was like, there's just something. And
at that point, there was no issue yet.
There was no issue. I didn't have an issue with her, but there was just something. My body was literally telling me like, no, like not her, like don't keep her around. And I remember telling you, and I was like, I don't really like her, like I don't really want to be around her. I don't know, she just makes me feel some type of way. And you were always like, oh, but it's Spicy Pisces, like like she's like cool. And then what do you want to like talk about, like what went down a little bit with y'all? Maybe you could give us like the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, because it's a
long story.
Long story short, Shorty says I left her stranded in the streets of Chicago, and
Taylor would never.
I'm a very nice person, and so it's like, I'm not gonna leave you anywhere. But also, when I asked you multiple times, like, if you're okay, why don't you come home with me? And and she kept claiming that she felt unsafe with me because I quote unquote left her stranded in the streets of Chicago, but we didn't go anywhere between more than a 3-block radius. In these 3, I mean, any 3 blocks in the city, you can see 3 blocks down. You can see the people also, and it's late. So I had eyes on her the whole time.
So for those of you from Chicago, from Liquor Box to the Shell gas station that's in the corner.
Or BP, Bounce.
BP, is it
Griddle,
a BP?
24.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's BP, Shell, something. I think it might be a BP.
I think it might be a BP.
But it's that Griddle. Yeah, I think Griddle 24 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like right next door to Bounce. Like it was literally in these blocks.
Yeah.
And right in that intersection, we were parked.
Yeah.
So it was like you technically had to go past the light. So it like counted as another block. But no, like it was in a very short distance. And we wanted to go to the gas station to get some blunts, get something to drink. She didn't want to go. One of our other friends went with her to go to the car, and that's apparently when I quote unquote left her stranded in the streets of Chicago. Because as a grown woman, also mind you, I'm not also thinking, also have blacked out like, oh, let me be taking care of all of these people. If she says like, oh, I don't want to go to the gas station, I'll just walk to my car, I'm not gonna double guess that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, why would I? And so she was essentially upset that I let her do that. She got to her car. She locked herself in her car, cried.
Like, acting like it's like a friendship test.
Almost.
Like she was testing you or
Literally,
something.
yeah.
Like, I'm just gonna walk alone. And then when you're like, oh, are you sure? It's like, yeah. Like, testing you, like, for you to, like, insist.
Like, she wanted me to go chase her. And side note, I don't chase anybody. Literally. I don't chase no man. I don't chase no girl that is supposed to be my best friend. Like if you tell me like you're gonna go do something, and especially also mind you, I'm not DD that night. So again, I'm sloshed, like effed up. Yeah. Like I was not all there, you know. And she also got pretty intoxicated as well, but she was RDD, and she still never really brought that up or admitted the fact that she was wrong for getting super drunk like that. And she says we knew that she was that drunk. I'm drunk too, shorty.
I'm not in your body. I'm not supposed to know how drunk you are.
Like, you think you know how many shots you took either? I'm counting my shots. Exactly. Trying to keep track of how many shots I've had. Exactly. Once I lost track of mine, you really think I'm going to know how many you took? So it's like she just had all of these expectations of me, especially as a drunk person. You don't have many expectations of a drunk person. Exactly. So she just, had all these expectations of me, essentially. I quote unquote left her stranded. Her ex-fiance came to come pick her up.
Her fiance at the time, ex-fiance currently.
Yeah. Came to pick her up. I tried to explain to him, like, she came over willingly. We tried to, like, just have her hop in the car to go with us to the gas station, and then we would go to the car. She didn't want to do that, and he was like, whatever, like, we'll just talk about it. And after that, she, quote unquote, never really, like, trusted me again after that, even though she tried to play it off like she did. So all of these months, I'm thinking that we're in the cool, we're friends again. Like, we're all chill literally for months, all of last summer. And then she tells me in August, because this happened at the end of last March. Or no, 2 years ago, March. So she told me a year and a half later that she still didn't feel comfortable with me.
Which is crazy. Because we went out a lot.
We went out a lot, and then she ended up, like, not liking her just because simply... well, it really started because, like, when me and her stopped being friends... I didn't have really a best friend anymore at that point. And I'm not from Chicago either. So I met her like maybe less than a year of living here. So she was like one of my first real best friends living here. And then along came Milva. I met Millie out one night, and then I just started seeing her a lot. I would literally drive to her old apartment like 3 times a week, and like,
literally
we would just
hang
like hang out.
Often.
Yeah, so it's not like it was purposeful. It's not like I tried to replace her or anything. But I definitely think that's when the first form of like I feel like she had a form of resentment towards you, because I think
110%.
Because she was just so upset that like you replaced her in that BFF spot. And
it's not like a replacement thing. Like,
no.
I can't sit there and replace another person.
No, everybody's different.
Yeah, I just like...
Everybody brings different things to the table.
We just like got along. Like, we fucked with each other.
Everything was fine up until like it just wasn't. And it was like... I think she says that it was because I told her that you just didn't really like her or something. But
maybe,
it was because of her actions. And so it's like that. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay for people to not like you. And that is just something I think is also hard for her to grasp. Maybe I think now over time, like, she's gotten better with it. But yeah, this girl literally, like, I watch her stories now, and I'm like, holy shit. Like, that's what I wear. Like, it's just crazy. Like, all the things that she does now is, like, I don't want to say me, but, like, yeah. Like, I just noticed a lot of, like, things that she does do.
I think she had, like you were telling me that you were talking to somebody about this the other day, and they explained that, like, she had, like, a sense of admiration for you.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think, like, admiration and jealousy like have a very thin line between them.
And I think at one point there was admiration, and then it got to a point of jealousy. Yes. And so it was like, I think it all happened like during that point. And also too, I think like around that time, like I also started, like I was going out a lot. I was meeting a lot of people. So it was like, I definitely became, like you could say, like a slight known person around Chicago. Yeah. And I've always,
like, you had a lot of connections.
Yeah. And I people like me. Like, people fuck with me. Like, I'm just a chill person.
You're charismatic.
You know? Very like, much cool, so. Yeah. And like, so people, like, they like that. They like my energy.
You got jokes.
And I'm one of the funny bitches. Look at that. And she's humble. And really, I am. I don't gas myself up a lot until my friends say something. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You know?
I can't stand you. Never saying anything nice about her again.
Listen. But yeah, she just like, it definitely like at some point like turned from like admiration, you could say, like into a form of jealousy. And I feel like, you know, if she wants to say I wasn't jealous, that's fine, but just know it didn't come off that way. And it definitely came off like, holy shit, this girl's jealous. And then came along the second girl who I thought was gonna excuse me.
Before we get to the second girl, I just think that, like, what comes naturally to Taylor, she had to be a tryhard to accomplish. Yes. Like, for example,
with a lot of people that don't like me.
Person,
I said that's with a lot of people that don't like me.
Oh, yeah. Like, she, and you can tell by the way that she, like, posts and, like, talks about people that, like, have, like, a lot of clout, like, some DJs. I'm not gonna mention names, but, like, there's, like, certain DJs that, like, she will like say like, I'm friends with them. You're not their friend,
right? They could pick you out in a crowd because you've talked to them before,
because it just gives off like fan behavior.
100%.
And like, whereas I feel like if you were in that situation, you would be friendly with them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the DJs she posts, like, one, like, yeah, a follow back isn't anything, but like they follow me back. And I mean, I guess I don't want to say her, but I don't know if they all follow her back. But it's like, I have hung out with these people outside of the club.
Yeah.
Shockingly, I guess. And so it was just like, I still remember the one comment Miriam made. Yeah, so I was talking to Miriam one time, and I remember I think it was outside of Bounce.
It was outside of Liquor Box. I think it was. Well, I was with you.
Yeah, it was outside of Liquor Box, and we were all chilling before she had to go in for her set. And I think she took like a hit or two of whatever I had rolled.
We were smoking something.
Yeah, always. Every Wednesday, like, we would always smoke together after she would have her sets in between the clubs. We would go with each other. We'd walk. We'd talk shit, you know. And I remember this one time she was like, girl, I got to be careful with you. She's like, I don't know what type of marijuana you got. She was like,
where you getting this from?
But every time I smoke with you, I get so high. And that was such like a... like, it made me feel so good. I was like, you're welcome. Like, you're welcome. But
she's probably had a lot of people's
she smokes, has. So that's that's a effing compliment. Yeah. That is a effing compliment. So yeah, it was just like, there's quite a few like DJs that you could say that like I don't even want to say close with, but like I know them, they know my name, we have separate conversations outside of the club, definitely have more of a relationship, friendship than you could say like she has. And you know, and it's completely fine if
like an acquaintance like relationship versus 100%. Like it's giving fan,
right? 100%. Yeah, it's like definitely teetering that acquaintance, and like, yeah, I guess I don't want to even say like we don't have a friendship, but definitely big acquaintances. Like, they know me for sure. And so it was just crazy because she like, and it's okay to, you know, like if you like this person and what they do, support them. But it was like every day almost. It's like it's one of the 3 or 4. Like, it's somebody. Yeah. And it's like, damn. You know, it's like, what else do you post on your stories on Instagram?
Literally, it's giving like kiss ass. It gives off kiss ass vibes.
She wants to get noticed.
Yeah. That's kind of what it's giving.
Yeah, so like she again has to try a little harder, and she's a little bit more on the quieter side, which is fine. But it's like, also, if you're gonna be making all these TikToks and want to try to blow up and make a name for yourself, you can't let your shyness get to you. I hate when people use, I'm shy, I have anxiety. Bitch, I have anxiety too. And it's like, guess what? I just have learned, like, I knew that I couldn't let that type of stuff affect my life. Like, you just have to grow up at some point, and you can't let things like that affect you.
Take two tequila shots. Keep it fucking moving. Yeah. Like, get over it, bro. Honestly.
Like, it's okay to get over it. Like, getting over it it's huge. Like, don't be scared. Like, you need to. And that's what anybody, if you have social anxiety, any type of anxiety, depression, ADHD, OCD that's stopping you from doing something, figure out what you can do to help it and take care of it, and figure out how to live your life. You shouldn't let these things overcome you.
Exactly.
And these type of things, she let these type of things overcome her, to not let her do certain things or not go out with certain people. And it's like, the opportunities that you can miss, I don't even want to talk about all the opportunities I missed just because I've been at work or something.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Let's not get me started. But it's like,
I've been with Taylor in bed, and she starts watching stories from like after she left the club, and she's like, I can't believe I missed this one person at the club. Bro. This always happens.
And it's the same person every time. I've been waiting to meet Shorty.
Say her name.
Mellow Bucks. I love you so much, and I just want you to know, I have been repping your music since before I moved to Chicago. I knew of your music before I moved to Chicago. Loved it. And every time I leave somewhere is when you show up. I was just at Corazon for Bottom Wars, and I literally walked out the door and you showed up. I was right there in that front section. Man.
Anyway, I'll post this. I'll clip this on Instagram.
Yes, everybody at Mellow, and like
she's like about to start crying.
Bro, it makes me so upset because I have literally missed her like 5 times, 2 music videos, 3 times where she was just at the same place that I was at, and her official DJs at a lot of the places I'm at. But now that I know that, I just gonna have to keep an eye out for her.
Follow Dune.
I do follow him.
Okay, period.
Yeah. So Mello, this is your invitation if you ever want to come out with the Spice Girls. Come out with us!
This is you giving fan now.
I know, right?
It's okay though, it's valid.
Right? This is the whole artist we talk about, not just a DJ.
It's like if I sit here and I'm like, Bad Bunny, please fly me out to Puerto Rico for your concerts.
Bad Bunny.
Add Bad Bunny in the comments.
Literally, every video you post, people are just going to be spamming Bad Bunny, like adding him. You will get to that one point. And since I've said that, now y'all gotta do it, because now I can't say that and y'all not do it.
Exactly. Like, please, he's my man, bro. Please.
Do it.
biggest fan, bro. Literally. I would literally, oh my God, I feel like I would literally pass out. I've passed out for less. Yeah. I've passed out for way less. I would pass out.
She's passed out for standing up too fast.
Yeah.
Like, we've all done things. It's okay. So
it'd be like that.
Yeah, literally. I remember the first episode with her and Genesis. It was like, oh, what are 3 things you love? And it was like, Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
I was honestly waiting for you to say Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny, Bad Bunny. I was.
Oh
I was like,
God.
She's going to say Bad Bunny for all 3.
Yeah. That would have been
that definitely would have been a Millie answer.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's like me saying Rod Wave, Rod Wave, Rod Wave. Or Sexy Red, Sexy Red, Sexy Red.
Sexy Red, Sexy Red, Sexy Red is a manifestation.
Love that girl.
I can't stay. It's the...
Oh my God. I just love Sexy. She's just like that bitch. And I love it. You know, I actually saw a tweet the other day that said she's an undercover, like, I don't want to say FBI, but she, like, they hired her undercover to help, like, set the cultural, and it's like, if you don't get out of here with that BS, don't be.
First of all, my girl Sexy Red is from St. Louis, specifically
the
north side, and as somebody who lived in St. Louis, she's not an FBI.
Can't confirm.
I'm just gonna leave it there. Like, I don't want to talk shit about my St. Louis people because I survived. I should get a t-shirt that says I survived living in St. Louis, because I genuinely, like, it was really survival. I got shot up, like, oh my God, I was definitely, like, in the range of a bullet, like, 4 times.
I've never had to worry about that either.
2 years in
Chicago. People love to talk about shit about Chicago.
People love to talk shit about Chicago. I've never been in the way of a bullet. Never. Not even close to crossing paths with a bullet. St. Louis, like 4 times. And I lived there 2.5 years.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, I've been in Chicago 3 years. So
that's crazy.
Not an FBI.
Yeah. Update. Our conclusion. We have realized, for anybody wondering, if because when I definitely saw that, I was shooketh. I was like, there literally ain't no way.
You're like, not my girl.
No.
I want to know what the proof backing this up was.
Give me the proof. Show me the receipts. I feel like Meredith. Show me the receipts.
Receipts. proof, timeline. Bro, she is so funny.
Oh,
you can leave. Bro, I've turned Taylor successfully.
Huh?
You got this?
Yeah, I'm good now.
I've turned Taylor successfully into a Real Housewives fanatic.
Yeah.
Summer House, Southern Charm, which
reality
we're going to watch
TV
the reunion.
show. I didn't watch reality TV show.
You didn't watch Bravo. You watched Zeus. Granted.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's reality
true.
TV. You didn't
That's
watch,
true,
you weren't in the Bravo verse.
That's
And
true. I'm a
anybody
Bravo
who
girly now.
knows me, yes, bro, I'm obsessed with Bravo. You and Isaiah have been my passion projects. I love Bravo. There's nothing like Bravo. I need to get more into it. Obviously, I'm not a professional, so please, those Bravo girlies, let me breathe.
Let her cook.
Yeah, please. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there eventually. But like, I just don't. I want to say I don't like the drama, but here I am making a podcast called Stay Messy. I don't love the drama. Mm-hmm. I enjoy it every once in a while, casually. Yeah, you know. And I feel like, and I feel like I take advantage of reality TV so that other people have drama. I observe that drama, and it feeds my soul. It truly feeds my soul. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, it's just so fun to watch.
So when I hear, what are they called? Like your something pleasures or
guilty pleasures.
Yep, yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's one of your guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasure would be if I felt guilty about it. I don't feel guilty about nothing. I will sit there, pleasure. Bed rot, pleasure. Bravo, food. That's really all I need. Yeah, maybe like a little bowl.
Heavy on that. Excuse me. Heavy on that bed rot.
Heavy. I love the bed rot. I love my bed. I love.
You know, open the door after 2 days, smells like mold and Wingstop.
It smells like not mold. That's crazy. I'm not nasty. I'm not a nasty bitch.
I just had to say that because she said bed rot.
Crazy.
You know,
that's crazy to say. I crack my window every once in a while.
Just gotta let the air circulate.
I gotta let the air circulate just a little bit. You know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because now I can keep my door open because we don't live with Simba. Simba was Sanma's cat.
Yeah, bro. He was such a psycho.
He was a fucking menace.
Bro,
he was a menace of a cat.
It was crazy because I remember people would literally. It would get to a point where I would say his name and people would be like, "What'd he do?" What'd he do?
It would be like, Simba! Bro, across the house, like at least every 30 minutes.
Literally enter the scene in Lion King where Simba? That's all the time.
Literally us in this house.
Literally, bro, all the time. God. Like, that's what we were doing 24/7. It was just like, he was always
so bad.
The amount of things he broke in my room, and he literally could never stay out of my rooms, like, specifically. Yeah. I didn't have an issue with him being in there. That was the thing. And that's just what made me so mad. It was like, I don't care if you're in here, but just stop wreaking havoc in my effing room.
Bro, when he would get on your dresser and just knock shit over. I would be home because I work from home. Yeah, I work from home. So I would be home and I would hear him like just, it was a ruckus. It was
jumping
a ruckus.
From spot to spot. And it was like,
yeah,
dude.
Bro.
Many times he flipped my ashtray over.
Oh my God. That was, yeah. And when he would dig in your trash can.
Oh my God, yeah, he was like an effing dog, bro. It was ridiculous. I forgot about that.
He was okay.
He was the worst,
he was a bad boy.
Yes.
He was
we
so
loved Simba,
cute.
Man.
He was so cute. He was such a sweet.
Hike him up on your shoulder. You know, he'd chill, sit there.
He's so sweet. Mm-hmm. But he is just a menace to society.
Yeah.
Just like Taylor.
The silence was loud there. I bet y'all heard my neck crack. That's crazy. I didn't expect her to say that, y'all. Talk about a menace to society. The Rizzler over here. You ain't dealing with... Everybody that deals with this menace wants to deal with this menace. That's all I gotta say.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
We skipped over the Ashley story.
Oh! You said her name. Oh, I guess I don't care.
You said you wanted to.
Yeah, I was... trying to be cautious because she's giving me
PC.
So yeah, this other shorty, that was super like jealous of me. She ended up fighting me, and we went. How many rounds did we go? 3,
Bitch.
4.
I don't know. I wasn't there that
like
night.
3 or 4 rounds. It was absolutely insane, and it was all over a man. She was upset. That one thing about me is I'm not gonna let you diminish your self-worth as a friend because I feel like I'm a good friend. And this shorty, her name's Ashley, she ended up kept going back and seeing her ex, And but like I think both of them were lying.
She was
about
also
some
like
shit.
freshly 21, so
Freshly
she was a kid.
21, yes, very much. So it was definitely giving like taking somebody under my wing, type shit. And
like you felt protective of her in a
yes,
sense.
100%. And I had told like a lot of people that ended up like meeting her because she's very, her energy was a lot. She definitely is not everybody's cup of tea. And like,
especially
and
when she was drunk.
Oh my God. Yeah. Cause
menace.
I mean, freshly 21, you learn it. I don't want to say learning yourself, but I feel like at that point, especially if you have a few, things on your record involving alcohol, I feel like it gets to a point where you need to know yourself and learn yourself just for safety reasons as well. But Shorty ended up getting plastered. And she was upset that I wouldn't let her text her ex with my phone because he had her blocked. She didn't have him blocked. He had her blocked. And she wanted to reach out to him on my phone. I said no. She literally wrestled me on an effing couch, bro. Like, she wrestled me back and forth between Janie's 2 couches. And then finally, like, when I got my phone back, I was like, bro, this is ridiculous. And then Isaiah... being Isaiah.
Eyes on Isaiah.
Yes, he literally was like, you need to stop acting like a kid. And
that pissed her off.
The bull saw red. And she went in. She tried to go at him. I intervened, was like, what are you doing? Like, you're not gonna attack my friends. Best friends at that.
Especially Isaiah. Like, Isaiah is a boy.
Yeah.
Like, he won't fight back.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Like, he knows that he's a dude regardless.
Right, exactly. And so it was like she was going at him and he did nothing but try to get her off of him. And then it just ended up to like she literally like when I tell you, I swear to God, like I saw the devil like in her eyes for like half a second when she locked eyes with me. My heart sank. I was like, this girl is like blackout drunk. She's not herself. And she wouldn't stop. She kept trying to fight me. And of course, me and Isaiah was talking shit. And, we just kept running our mouths. But it was like, it was so uncalled for. It was like, you're going to physically hurt somebody because they won't let you text somebody off of their property. It was my property. Like, that's just insane. And yeah, me and Shorty ended up going multiple rounds. And she didn't really hurt me at all. She left me a scratch on the side of my face. But I'm an esthetician, so I don't play around.
She does not play around with her face.
I don't play around. And so when literally the only thing she did, well, I lied. So she messed up my face, and then I got a bruise on my butt cheek because she pushed me in a Janie's oh my table. God, yeah. And so I hit the corner, and I bruise very easily. And so when I hit the corner, with my butt cheek, I bruised there, but
big fat bruise,
bro. And mind you, this was the same girl. I had just gotten in a car accident 3 months prior, like a really bad car accident, and I think I had finally just started healing from all of that. And this shorty
decided to
continue to try to fight me, and it was insane. I remember when I came home that next day, my aunt was like, what happened to you? Like, and she was like, no,
Aunt Chris is cool as
bro. Fuck. My aunt, like she's that TT that everybody loves. She gonna make everybody food, and it's so funny because when people find out she's white, like they don't expect it.
We love Aunt Chris.
She is
Aunt Chris
a G.
fan club.
She is, yes, we are huge fans of Aunt Chris. I remember when I was going to beauty school one time, my friends would always eat my food. And then when they saw her the one day, they were like, that's that same aunt that's making your food? I said, yeah. They're like, she's white. I'm like, I know. And they're like, this doesn't add up. I'm like, I promise you. Like, this is the same aunt. Like, she still, whenever I go over there, I usually come home with, like, muffins or, like.
Oh, my God, yeah, so good.
She sends me home with stuff all the time. Yeah. But it's like, anyway, Aunt Chris was, like, very upset. And she's that person in my life that's always, like, watch out for this person, or like be careful who you do spend a lot of your time with, because she also knows and realizes that like people like me, and it kind of just comes like my energy, literally like my charisma, like people like just tend to come towards me. And she's always told me like be careful, and especially like now that I've moved somewhere with so many effing people, I'm really seeing that.
You have to be especially careful. With,
like I have to be so careful. So now I feel like people are quick to be like, why aren't you seeing me? Why aren't you doing this? Like, one, yes, I do work 2 jobs, then 2 to 3 other things on the side. But it's like, I'm not just going to give you, like, my presence because you think you deserve it.
Mm-hmm. I feel, like, really blessed that I met you and Isaiah so quickly. And, like, honestly. Genesis as well, like, meeting, like, and Salma as well, like, so randomly, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
we all met out. Besides Isaiah. I know Isaiah through work.
Yeah.
But everybody else, like, we met each other from, like, being outside.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And we're, like, I would have never thought that I would have said, like, I'm going to move to Chicago. I'm going to meet somebody in the club. She's going to be my best friend. I'm going to live with her. And this, that, and the third.
Yeah. And I would have been like, what? Jackie, who was, like, my first friend here, like, in the city, like, she, like, was the first one that was like I was up and down the city with, you know?
Yeah.
And then I met y'all.
On the streets of Chicago.
Yeah, literally. I met y'all and like we ended up getting like super close. Like it's crazy. It's just crazy how like I got really lucky with like my first round of friends. Like I haven't been through like rounds of friends here in Chicago, I would say. Like obviously like there's been people that have been like in and out.
You've lived here for how long?
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so I've only lived here for a year. Well, no. Actually, I've lived here for almost 4. So I've lived here for like half a year longer than you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's, so I don't know. I just feel like really blessed to have all of you guys in my life.
I can agree. I can definitely agree because I mean, it's crazy because it's like, I mean, after all the shit y'all have heard that have happened to me the past year, it's like I've really needed my people, you know, and they definitely like show up and show out for me. And like, and I have a best friend back home, Courtney, like she's definitely like, we've obviously like been through a lot, but it's like she definitely don't let me forget about her. That's for sure.
I know that's right.
Like I love that girl, and she is always gonna make sure like she's my military friend. So it's like, and she don't play about no Tay.
Yeah, no.
So let you do something slightly messed up. She will be here in 2.5 hours, not 4, with all of her military equipment ready to blow a bitch up if she has to. Actually,
literally.
And so it's like, and it's crazy because I tell people all the time, I'm like, I have so many people that don't play about me, and people just wouldn't think that. I feel like, but it's like, you like me. Why wouldn't you think other people like me? Like, trust me, don't play with me, baby. Don't play with me.
So I got my people behind me.
I swear, what do you got? Standing 10 toes down. And what do you hoes have? Not shit. You got tumbleweeds. Like,
tumbleweeds is crazy.
Literally, yeah, like in Looney Tunes, you know.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have met you guys, and honestly, I guess with all of these stories, to, you know, I guess just to let you guys know, or to, like, moral of the stories is one reason why we're sharing it to you guys, obviously just so we can talk shit, but two, it's like, be careful the friends that you pick. Like, you know, if you get that feeling for a slight second, investigate it, figure it out, see why the hell you're feeling that way, you know, and then it's like, just listen to your body, listen to yourself, listen to your soul, listen to what your body is telling you, but also at the same time, don't take the people that you meet for 5 seconds where the energy is so great. Don't take that for granted. Yeah. Because, I mean, that's why me and her are here right now. Like, literally like, I met her at the club, and it was, like, towards the end of the club, too. Like, end of the night. It wasn't, like, I didn't meet you. That night. Like, I don't really remember it either, but I know I didn't meet you within the first, like, hour or two.
No, we would have been hanging out.
Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, it was towards, like, the end of the night, and I think like that next weekend, I was like, "You want to go out with me?" I talked about this with Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was super sweet.
Yeah, I was always asking her to come out. Yeah, now here we are.
And then we went on a taco date one day during the weekend.
Yeah, to Mo's. I just got.
No, not to Mo's. We went to like this place like close to here in Logan Square. Remember? I think it was like the first time we actually like went out together outside of like the club. I remember it very vividly. I was super anxious because I get really anxious when I'm making new friends. Yeah, I was like nervous. I remember I called Alexis and I was like, I'm so nervous to make a friend. And
that is like, so funny. Yeah, I don't remember that. I do remember us going to Mo's though. I just got those memories in my Snapchat like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at Mo's. I'm like, oh my god, that food is so good.
Yeah. Mo's slaps sometimes. Mo's slaps.
Literally, they're elote. Oh.
I can make you some elote.
Yeah, I'm craving
corn. So I think we're two hungry bitches, so we'll wrap up and go go eat some
Quite
food.
literally, yeah.
But I want to say thank you, Taylor, for joining me today.
Thank you so much
appreciate
for having
me. This episode has been the most pushed back episode.
Bro, swear to God, literally everything. We were supposed to do this not last week, but days ago. Yeah, and like I said, she's lucky she's got me here today. There was definitely, I was gonna ask if we could like not do it today, but then I was like, I can't do it.
I'm going to a Cubs game tomorrow.
Yeah, we're both busy tomorrow. And I was like, we'll just have to. But definitely, you guys will see me again. You don't have to worry about that.
Sure. Like, there will be a double feature. Don't even worry about that.
There will be a part 2. And make sure you guys catch her. She will be on Baddies and Bullshit here soon on the podcast that I co-host too. So I'm excited for that crossover.
I'm excited for that too.
That'll be really awesome. Different change of scenery too for Stay Messy podcast too. That'll be interesting. That'll be cool. God, excited for what's to bring. I'm very proud of her. I want to give a shout out to her really quick. I'm happy that she's, doing something that she actually we've talked about this for a while. Like, we started about talking a podcast, and then like we both are just people that like need another person that also has a little bit more of like like, did you want to do this? I can do it. And we both were just kind of like, we would talk about it, but would never put any effort towards it, type shit. Especially me. Like, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. But then I'd go and work my 2 jobs and not think about it until I come home.
Yeah, you would come home like tired as fuck. Yeah, too. Like, exactly. With what bandwidth would
literally
you like to think about it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very proud of her. I'm excited. I'm excited for her future and what she holds with Stay Messy. This is gonna be big. Clock that T right now.
Right now. Dave Portnoy, if you're listening, I can sign a contract. Please, Barstool Sports.
Pretty please, with cherry and with cream and nuts and sprinkles.
literally. Barstool Sports, call me.
Literally,
call me.
Yes, please do.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say to the people?
Oh my God! If you heard that, that was our ghetto ass effing neighbors. They had to make an appearance at some point. I heard them earlier, but I was like, maybe they just won't get loud enough. I guess I just want to say thank you for having me again. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to be on here again. I'm excited for what is gonna come for you. Yeah, I was just really excited to be here. I'm happy that we actually did it. So, my IG is Taylor Renee 6 for one more time. If you guys want to follow me, keep up to date, with shit that I'm doing. Here she is. Here's Miss Ferguson. But I probably promote and stuff too. So.
If you want to go out and have a good time, hit my girl
Tay. Let me know. All the bad bitches love Tay.
I don't know, that's right.
I know that's right. So thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for being here. And everybody remember, stay messy. Bye.